Hey, beautiful people. It's so lovely to be back, and I've read every single one of your comments. Thank you so much. There's obviously been so much feedback and so much to unpack, and I am going to get to it all, I promise. In today's episode, I really want to unpack something really close to my heart. And I hope all of you have in your horse journey this one special horse, this one horse that has been your heart horse. And for me, you guys know that has been my amazing stallion, Arbor. And I have to tell you, in 2025, he unfortunately was laid to rest and he is no longer with us. There's two things that I want to cover in this video. The first one, I just want to take this time to remember him and to share my favourite moments of him and really honour his memory. And I also want to talk about how he was a big piece of me coming back to this channel and coming back to horses and coming back to this world, which was his final gift to me.
The aim is about all people praying.
The first moment I saw that amazing stallion, I'd been going all over Holland looking at Friesians, and I knew I was going to hopefully find a Friesian stallion. And when you start looking at Friesian stallions, you're like, that one and that one and that one. And it takes a while to realise that they all look a little bit different and they all have different personalities, because to start with, you're just used to it's a beautiful, black, impressive horse. And it takes a while to dial your eye in to see that they're actually all incredibly different. He was my last visit. I think he was my 6th stable that I'd been to. It was really late. GPS had just started coming out. It was myself and my parents driving around Holland. And my parents were arguing because they couldn't find the farmhouse. The GPS was out of range. We had no idea where we were going, knocking on farmhouses, trying to find this address. So we rocked up and it was dusk, I think is what it's called, when it's about to go dark. But we're like, hello, we're here. And they went, okay, come look. And so right at the back, there was this horse in this dark stable, and they let him out. And the minute they led this magnificent creature out, he was prancing, he was passaging, like I didn't even know he floated. And he was talking, as always Arbor did. He was talking to everyone. Nay, 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 nay. Arbor is here. And, he just, the very first moment you saw this animal, you were just like, what an ego on this horse, and what a personality. Anyway, they bring him out and they let go of him in the arena, so you can see them move before they put them under saddle. And he pranced and performed and was literally, you could physically see the smile on this gorgeous horse's face. And he was so powerful and so impressive. And I remember just going, I am terrified to get on this horse. What is this horse going to do? This horse looks pretty wild. Like, it is tearing up this arena. It's screaming at everything, saying, look at me, look at me. When I get on it, I have no idea what it's going to do. It might not listen to me at all. It might just, it's a stallion. I don't know what it's going to do. So I had apprehensions. Anyway, they said, do you want to ride? I said yes, because I did. I didn't know, I thought I might die, but I did. And they didn't have anyone else ride it. I was like, oh, here we go. And they brought it out. They put the saddle and the bridle on, and they're like, off you go, get on. I will never forget. I swung my leg over and I just went, oh my God, I'm home. And he was a rock. I've never had this feeling of certainty from an animal before. He was my rock. He was like, what do you want? And he never once talked and screamed and used his voice to anyone else. He was locked in, and he was like, I'm here to do what you tell me to do. And yeah, what are we going to do together? That was the vibe. And I knew before I even told him to walk on, I was like, this is the one. And he was He was just the best. I was so excited. We brought him home. We taught him how to breed. That was hilarious. So I actually went to my very first competition to like an adult riding club first, just to make sure I didn't embarrass myself, that he wasn't going to surprise me and suddenly take control and do something. And it was just the best competition of my life. He stayed with me the whole way. He listened the whole way. He did everything perfectly. The minute you swung your leg over his back, he just locked into you. Prior to that, he's like, Arbor is here. He's screaming. He's talking to all the mares and all the world. But the minute you went, okay, it's time to focus, he was with you. And that was our entire competition career. There was not one moment I didn't feel safe. There was not one moment where, like at the big competitions, especially as we started getting to the Australian Championships, especially at the Grand Prix, I was like, oh my God, we're at the state. I remember the Victorian State Dressage Championships. And I remember going, oh, we don't belong here. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. Like at the time, I always, I had my personal goals. He was always so patient with. I'm sure he was like, I don't understand why you want me to change my legs every 4 strides and every 3 strides. Can't you make up your mind? Why do you like this trick so much? I remember teaching him passage. He didn't get it. And I would go to coach after coach after coach. We had people coming from overseas that I was like, help me, my horse doesn't seem to understand passage. They were like, I don't know. Literally, my husband and I taught him how to passage with brownie. Like it was a horse brownie, and we cut it up into little pieces. And every time he kind of took that elevated step, we fed him brownie. And after 3 or 4 times, he was like, oh, I get this game. And he passaged, and he totally learned it. In that way, he was just like me. He would do anything for food. He'd do anything for chocolate. I'm sure he spent his whole dressage career going, I don't understand why she likes to do all these things, but oh well. And yeah, sorry, when I was at that competition, I remember feeling small. I remember feeling, oh, we don't belong here. Why did I enter us? How embarrassing. We're not going to do well, because we always struggled with a lot of the movements. It must have been the Grand Prix, because he was very good with the Piaffe Passage, but we struggled with a lot of the other Grand Prix work. And I remember going, we don't belong here. And I swung my leg over, and he spent the whole time just on a walk on a loose rein, just neighing, going, Arbor is here, the fantastic horse is here. And whenever we had to do prize givings, and maybe we'd come like 6, so we were the end of the prize giving, he would be screaming and proud and shaking his mane and shaking his head, going, I won this, didn't I? Everyone's here to see me. Everyone's saying how well I did. And that was the biggest gift that horse could ever teach me. Like, he was always like, why are you doubting yourself? Why are you not proud to be you? I'm proud to be me. I'm proud to be the only Friesian here. Like, have you seen how gorgeous my hair is? Have you seen how gorgeous I look? Everyone wants to be with me and to be me. And that was the biggest gift that horse could ever give me. And then when he retired, I gave him to the most amazing girl ever. He helped her fulfill her dressage goals. I was so happy. Ali, you loved him with everything you had, and he loved you. And I loved seeing your journey unfold. And then after that, he didn't want to retire. He still wanted to play, and he still wanted to be part of it. And he did riding lessons for so many people that were scared to canter and scared to ride this horses. And he's like, well, yeah, we'll go put you on the stallion. And, it's like, oh, I don't know if I'm good enough to ride the stallion. And he just gave them the best ride ever. I trusted him with everything. I put my little kids on him. I put my husband on him. I rode him without bridles. You could ride that horse through fire. I remember we had to do like a photo shoot for Horseland. It's like a horse store in Australia. And they were like, okay, it's going to be all dark, and then we're going to do a smoke machine, and it's going to look like a really cool photo. Is your horse good with a smoke machine? I'm like, sure. And he didn't flinch. He didn't move. He was just, Tash, if you say we're good, then we're good. And there was so many times. I remember loading him into a float at like midnight one time. We had just done this display at this massive park where there was, what are they called? Merry-go-rounds and Ferris wheels and just loud noises everywhere. And then we're like, okay, it's time to go home. And he was just the best. He was my horse and he was the best. And he started everything in regards to my journey in horses, my journey as a Grand Prix rider, my journey in business. My very first business was Ebony Park Performance Friesians, and he was the foundation stallion of that business. He became the father to so many of these amazing foals, and then I was like, I want to get to Grand Prix, and he was like, okay. And Friesians are not known for being able to get to Grand Prix and known for being able to do tempi changes, and he couldn't do tempi changes, but he was like, I'll figure it out. I remember, you could tell his little brain was like, oh, Mum, this is really hard to understand. It takes a lot to figure out which leg I should put where, but I know you want me to do that thing where I do it all the time, which was the ones. The ones were so hard. And I trained the ones as a button because I didn't want to give him too many conflicting aids. It hurt his little brain. So I just put my legs back and I said, it's time for that trick. And he would figure it out. He'd try so hard. My amazing horse, my amazing stallion. I was given the biggest gift in the world when I saw you and brought you into my life. And I am just so grateful for everything you allowed me to learn, and you allowed me to achieve, and you allowed me to do. And you were the freaking best horse ever. And yeah, you teach me lessons until this day. He passed away a couple of months ago, and it was entering back into this world was not really a thought or an idea in my head, because I thought I'd said goodbye and I thought I'd walked away. And then him not being with us anymore forced me to think of our life together and our achievements together and our joyful moments together and the funny moments and the silly moments and he did so many silly things. And I want that again. I want to find a harder horse again. I want to buy a horse because I fell in love, not because it has the right movement for Grand Prix, not because someone's telling me it's the right horse for the sport. I want to find a partner that I've fallen in love with. And that's what he reminded me of is the most important thing when it comes to riding, when it comes to a horse journey, when it comes to your riding success. I remember reflecting, going, since riding him in Grand Prix, I competed in Grand Prix 2 years ago with a gorgeous horse. He's a lovely horse, Jive, and I got a PB. I got a better score in that Grand Prix and in that Grand Prix Cur than I ever got with Arbor. But which experience did I love 100 times more? The one with Arbor. I'm going to go back to having a horse that I've fallen in love with, and that we're doing this weird partnership thing together, and wherever that takes us, it's wherever it takes us. And I just want to say a thank you so much to Ali. He retired at Ali's house when I left Victoria. I didn't know where he should go, and she said absolutely she would take him. She cared for him to the absolute top of the top. And he even had a goat friend live in his paddock that he absolutely adored. So I can't thank her enough for taking care of my amazing boy. And when it was time to say goodbye, she was with me the whole time and talking me through it. And it can't have been easy for her. And I was an absolute mess. And so I just want to publicly say thank you so much as well, because I couldn't have gotten through that without you. So thank you so much for letting me honour my most amazing stallion ever. We love you, Arbor. I'm sure there's lots of other people that enjoyed their time with you as well. But mate, you were the best. And thank you so much. And thank you to all of you for listening and for letting me get this off my chest. Because ever since he's passed away, I've felt this deep urge to let you know, to share and honour his memory. And he's a big part of why I'm back. So thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.